Hi guys, I just wanted to give y'all a couple of updates regarding the channel. You may have already noticed that memberships are now available. If you want to support the channel, that's another way to do it. Help me finally get a haircut. That's driving me crazy. But anyway, yes, channel memberships are a thing now. You'll get early access to videos as soon as I upload them. You don't have to wait till Sunday or Wednesday when they go live. And it will really be a big help to me. And you also get monthly update videos. And also, if you support me on Patreon now, you get ad-free videos. So I really hope you consider supporting me. Anyway, on to the video. Hello, this is Billy Core from the Nostalgia Mall, and this is not our regularly scheduled video. The one that was scheduled for today did not go as planned. It was about that AST386 system once again that we looked at Christmas time, but I replaced the video card in it, still doesn't work, so that video has unfortunately had to be scrapped for now. So as a consolation, we are going to be installing Windows 95 on this 486 Gateway 2000. This is one of my favorite 486 systems of all time. I love the compact design. It works very reliably. It's a solid machine. Has PCI slots, which is rare for a 486. So all in all, just a really good 486 computer. And I tried Windows 95 on it for the first time last year when I got this computer, and I was just so impressed with how well it ran. I had never used Windows 95 on a 486 before. I'd only ever used it on Pentium 75s and higher, but this ran really well. It even ran Earthworm Jim quite well, so very impressive. And that was on a 486 DX266, as the model name suggests. That has been updated since then. Back in, it was end of last year, beginning of this year, I bought a DX4100 Intel 486 and put it in here, had to adjust some jumpers, and now we have a DX4100 in here, and now it runs even better. It runs just about as good as a Pentium. The issue being, of course, that you're missing out on Pentium instructions, so certain games like Firefight, for instance, aren't going to work. But enough of me rambling on. Let's get to installing. Okay, let's power it up. Actually reinstalled Windows 95 on here early in the morning the other day at like 5 o'clock. So it's already running Windows 95, but it doesn't really have anything installed. And I thought this would make a good little video project. So we'll just redo the installation with you guys. By the way, if anyone has a replacement flat for one of these monitors, please let me know, because I can't stand looking at it like this. Okay, we'll boot with CD-ROM support. And we're actually going to go with Windows 95 RTM from an upgrade CD, which we'll have to cheat a little bit to get that going. But I'm working on a solution to that right now as we speak on the other computer. Alright, let's format the drive. Ugh, it's a stretch. Win95 46. No, actually, no, I'll add an underscore here. It looks more professional. Yeah, this has a 497 processor. It's very rare. Good old 497s. Now we'll put the CD in the drive. This could easily run Windows 95B on here, but I don't know, I just like the idea of having the original version of Windows 95 on a 486, and it runs fine on here. I haven't had any issues. And I don't need anything beyond FAT16 as well. Options. Tabs. Windows. Options. Cabs. Can't remember what drive letter the CD-ROM is. Maybe this is it. And it is. My computer room is currently in a state at the moment where you move the slightest little thing and stuff comes crashing down. It's a mess in here. Alright. We'll go ahead and reboot. See the DX4 showing up there. 100 megahertz. Isn't it lovely? Okay, Windows options, cabs, setup. And we don't want that stupid scan disk. Right, tell it to continue. I just love this computer for some reason. Has a lot of style. I read every bit of that just now, don't worry. Okay, here's where it gets kind of interesting, because this is an upgrade CD. It's wanting a previous version of Windows, so I will put this disk in at disk 1 of Windows 3.1. And we'll let it scan it. And now it's happy, and we can continue our regularly scheduled programming. Well, almost, because our originally scheduled program was supposed to be at 386. Yes. And this computer was built in February of 1995, so it wasn't too far removed from the release of Windows 95, which would have been 7 months later, so it probably did run Windows 95 at some point from whoever originally owned it. Never had a CD-ROM drive or a sound card until I owned it. I gave it a multimedia upgrade, as you could probably say. I'll modify the hardware list. We'll get rid of things I know is not in here, such as PCMCIA and SCSI. And by the way, the CD we're using to install this is this one right here. It's a little torn up right here, but this is the original Windows 95 upgrade CD I bought back in 2007 off of eBay. And I bought this mainly for installing in Virtual PC. And I just wanted to have that in the collection as well. So I've had that CD for 17 years. Gosh, it doesn't seem that long ago. 2007. A lot of people watching this channel probably weren't even around in 2007. That's kind of terrifying. I will be 35 this year, so I've got to face that reality. Okay, I'm not interested in any of that. That's all I ever install on 95. We'll do the networking later. Picked up the video card. This is the same video card that you could find in most Packard Bells from this time. This is probably going to take a little while, so we will just let it do what it has to do. Okay, this actually finished a long time ago, but I got busy with something. You got distracted, as I tend to do. You gotta love having ADHD. It's such a joy in every way imaginable. But we are done. Windows 95 does not take long at all to install compared to later ones like 98 and ME. It just goes through it really quick. I've always been impressed by that. Oh, one of my favorite splash screens of all time. Getting ready to run Windows 95 for the first time. Apologies for the flickering. Hopefully that'll get fixed soon. You missed it, possibly, but that little animation with the help book has always entertained me for no reason at all. And you can tell this is 95 RTM because it lights up the time zone you're in. Which, by the way, we're not in Pacific, we're in Eastern. Gotta love Microsoft assuming everyone lives on the West Coast. Can't remember if I turned the sound down on here or not. Nope. Sound driver might not have kicked in yet. And all the drivers should already be on there. I can tell the video driver is. And sound is. I think everything is accounted for except for the network card. 8486. Yep, Ethernet controller, but that's an easy fix. I have a disk. Go ahead and change a driver. It is not a multifunction adapter. It is not a multifunction adapter. It's a network adapter. Alright, there we go. Gotta love how this, being a 486, still has PCI slots on it. This is a PCI network card. Does make life a lot easier. GW2K 486 195 work group. Don't know if that's too many characters or not. Need to add TCP/IP. That was not really the standard back then, apparently. Add file and printer sharing, get rid of NetWare, get rid of IPX, get rid of NetBUI. And that's all we need. See, and this is one of the reasons we copied to the hard drive. The set of files, that is. Okay, we'll restart. Okay, prompts us for username and password. Speakers are a little bit overdriven, it sounds like. I'll have to make some adjustments. And skip that. We will go ahead and map a network drive to my server. Okay. Programs. Utilities. What I'm going to do is install the Windows 95 Service Pack. And this will upgrade us from RTM to 95A. It's really not much of a difference. I guess just a few security updates, and it adds a letter A at the end of the OS name and system properties. So nothing real exciting here, but it's there. Might as well install it. And while we're here, let's install IntelliPoint 3.0 because I am using a wheel mouse. That way we can do some scrolling. I like to scroll. Don't you like to scroll? Come scroll with me. Okay, the Flying Scotsman will approve of this. Scotland is listed on here, but we're in the United States. This is an IntelliMouse, I believe. Again, I read every bit of that. And we'll let it install. Okay, everything's installed. And I think it's time we attempt to play a game on here. This is a game that ought to run pretty good on here if I can find the disc. And by the way, we got scrolling now. That's nice. And I'll also show you that everything is now accounted for in Device Manager. Apparently this is an Intel Aries board. Our game of choice today is Pitfall: The Mine Adventure. Game from my childhood, built on the same engine as Earthworm Jim Special Edition. Also from Activision. And designed for Windows 95. This game would not run on here otherwise on 3.1. Oh, excuse me, that must have been that bean I had for dinner. This is a game I believe came from Software Etc. over at Haynes Mall. I didn't mean to pause it. By the way, this is not an easy game to play. And I always thought this guy looked like Marty McFly for some reason. It's like quicksand, quicksand. Oh no. I'd barely just started the level. I told you this game is not very forgiving. But I want you to also notice how well it's performing on here despite it being a 486. Snakes are hard to get. And I'm terrified of them in real life. Okay, some help. I'm going to need that. There we go. Just because I like a game doesn't mean I'm good at it. Get out of there, monkey. Got him. And no, I can't remember what the cheat codes are for this game. Could really use some. Oh, that's always fun. Okay, how did I wind up back here? No, we're gonna call this guy Fly McMarty. That's not a bad name, really. I'll go this way again. That's a good note to end it on. Alrighty, I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, this is Billy Core signing off. Thank you for visiting the Nostalgia Mall. If you liked what you saw, please like, subscribe, and follow me on Facebook and X. You may also support me on Patreon if you'd like. Until next time, this is Billy Core, signing off.